What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
Some hands from Scotty, then some hands from Brian, and then whatever else we look at. All right, Brian, you got pocket aces, and it is folded to you.
Open is three.
Okay, open. We go to 2.5. You get three bet. That's nice.
What position?
Small blind.
Small blind.
200 big blinds deep.
I mean, that spot is gonna be less three bet bluffs generally. What's his VPIP? 36, 28 across 96 hands, three bet of five. So he's gonna have a lot of strong hands. So I'm just gonna do an absolutely outrageous four bet size and go to like 30.
Yeah, he's three bet once in 22 hands, so he's got to like his hand, right?
Yeah,
So
so I'm just gonna
20.
go
You were
really.
gonna go. What were you gonna go to?
30. That the 28's good too. I'd say you could probably even go bigger than that. I'd say like 35 here, maybe. I mean, a lot of the time this is just an under. They're gonna have a very strong hand, but does not plan on folding.
Yeah, yeah. I did do the imposition size up based on that stat, and he just folds. Let's see what
Oh.
do you wait what do you wait 22 hands to get? Ace Jack. Okay,
Mm,
so probably out of 22 hands, he just didn't get very many good ones.
yeah.
You know,
Well, I would
and
still stand by
I
it.
do too. I do too. And he's going to fold this to the right three bet size. Also, this is a yeah.
Yeah.
So I like it. Okay, Josh. You have ace jack this time. Let's see if you get
Okay.
three.
Raise. Yep.
Open. What size do you like to open at a position in the small blind?
To four.
Good. That seems good live. Online, anywhere from 3 to 4 is good. Five is probably unnecessary. Go to three. We get called. Get this flop.
Kirk, I guess.
Okay, was that a check you said?
Yeah.
All right, let's check.
Check. Yeah, I guess I
Check.
checked.
Check. He checks behind.
It's pretty bad.
All right.
Okay. Now, do we even want to bet and get raised? I think we probably just want to check call, or do if we bet, then we have to bet, then we have to bluff the river.
Do we? We
Uh,
still have showdown value. So we can look at this. We can look at this as a draw now and bet it. I don't think we're betting for value particularly. And we do have showdown value, so we could check it or we can bet it. I went for the bet, and we get the
okay.
call. And
Yeah. Now what?
yeah, now what?
Uh,
You're right. So you wanted to check, but you didn't. What are you going to do now?
well, now we have to bet like massive, right? Like,
Okay, what's his range?
well, it's going to be a lot of hearts and some nines. Yeah. I mean, just pairs. Yeah.
So when he's on a draw here, when he's on a heart draw here, do we have his heart draw beat most of the time? I mean, just with ace jack.
Yeah.
We do. When he's on a straight draw, do we have it always beat? Every straight draw.
Yeah.
Yeah, we beat every straight
But
draw.
is he? If we check, he's gonna bet. Then he should bet, right? I
He
mean,
might.
they probably won't,
All
but
right.
I mean, they don't. They often don't, but they should. They
Mhm.
should, if they're good, they should bet their miss draw.
Okay.
Um,
So you want to bet. So
and then you want to bluff catch with ace high. Okay. I mean,
right. So
that's
so it sounds like what you want to do is you want to bet to keep him from bluffing, which is what a block bet is designed to do. Do you ever get called by worse? You could.
No.
If it was small. Could.
No.
Not likely.
hmm.
An ace of does an ace of hearts call you? Probably not. So because you said massive. So with that in mind, what do you want to do? We now have
No. I like the way you're thinking that you can just block and fold out everything that isn't,
and
a
most of it
pair or something.
and most of
But
what you most of what he folds you
what?
beat, but it present
Yeah, that's
but it prevents him from bluffing. That's the question is do you want to do that? So Brian hates it. What do you like, Brian?
The block makes no sense. We beat all the things that would fold when we block. So we're not doing anything, and we get
We're doing
called
something.
by we get called by everything that beats us.
Yes, we're doing something. I don't say that it's worth doing. What we're doing is we are making a bluff at us less likely. I'm not saying
Yeah,
that's
that
worth it, but it is something. That's what Josh, because Josh was afraid if I check, he bets. And so I'm saying, should we block? You're saying no, and because it doesn't do enough, but you're saying it doesn't do anything.
what size did you bet on the turn? I didn't see.
We bet three, three point
Three
three.
big blinds, so like
We bet
basically half pot. So he's still wide here. So he still has a lot of single pair hands.
You
So
bet B66.
I bet C66.
yeah, that I guess
Yeah.
kind of yeah. Um, so we go. He's got enough hands that we can fold here and we just in position he's going to trap sometimes with a flush here. He also has less flushes because a lot of his flush draws probably stab on the flop. So we now are saying if we block bet, we just get called by all of his pairs. So how much would I bet to make a 9 fold? I don't think we're getting a 10 to fold unless we go insane. So if I was trying to get a 10, a 9 to call, 4 to call, all those types of hands to call, I would go like 10. So to get them to fold, I'm gonna go like 17, 18.
Okay. Now, do you want to go 17 or 18 into a flush draw, into a board with a flush?
Yeah, I
Or
don't care. If he comes back over the top, I'm always beat at fold.
yeah, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
do you want to spend? Do you want to spend 17 for that?
Yeah,
Because now you know when you say I need to go that big, I'm asking you, do you
yeah,
really have
because
to go that big?
some portion of the time he does have a flush, but I would say it's significantly less when he doesn't stab the flop, just calls the turn. And then now we're on the
Okay.
river here. And we say there's a lot less flushes in his range. So we are going to, we have less brick walls, but there's still some like ace X of hearts.
Gotcha. So with that in mind, Josh, you've got you've got the block bet to try him not to get to for him not to bluff. You've got the overbet of 17 to try to fold out a 9 and a 4, and you've got your check evaluate line. Which do you like? It's your hand. I know I put you here where you didn't want to be because you wanted to check the turn, but fuck you, you bet.
Check the turn's better too.
Yeah.
I don't think the 10 is that great for us to feels like a queen or something. I'd feel better about putting in a big bet, but I think you probably just want to check
Okay.
and maybe call with ace
All right.
high, but
See what I do.
like if it's tiny,
All
okay.
right. I go here and we get the
He's just
fold.
trying to get an eight to four and a 4 to fold or something.
Well, first let's see what we got. So what I'm doing here is I am preventing a bluff, and that may not be good, but I am doing that at this size. I'm getting singleton hearts to fold, most of which I beat,
We beat
but I don't beat, you know, um,
deuce
I
X of
don't beat
hearts.
ace. I don't beat ace of hearts deuce. So let's see
No,
what I got to fold.
king 6.
Something worse than me, that he would or wouldn't have bluffed.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there is some value to the block size here.
Yeah.
I understand Brian's point that we just, if we're going to bluff, let's fold out a larger portion of his range.
Yeah.
But when you look at risk reward,
Mhm.
it's there for
Yeah.
on this texture
Right.
where draw's busted.
Right. So with this in mind, just a quick thing. Who likes going? Who we all see the value of going 17 or 18 here to get a 9 to fold and a 4 to fold. We like that. Who wants to do it? Who wants to spend 17 to do it and who doesn't? Let's do a quick. You can say it or you can type it. Your choice. All right. Brian's going it. Larry's blocking. I did the big block. Big blick. Four folds for less than 17. 9x seems unlikely in player's range.
That is a
Four
good
folds
point.
from a four fold.
9x is less likely. He's gonna have a lot. He's not gonna have as much 9x in this spot.
Yeah. 5-4.
What 9x does he have? He has ace 9 with the ace of hearts and king 9 with the king of hearts. That might be like
Got 9-10.
maybe.
I've played 8, and he easily could have played 8-9. It's just a single raised pot. Small blind versus big blind. He can call walk. He can call.
But they're gonna stab a lot with those types of pairs
I
with
would think
like
they would
blind
stab.
to deny equity to overcards.
Yeah.
So I know it's true that he's gonna have less 9x, so we are just targeting
Yeah.
fours and deuces and stuff like that. So I'd go
Okay.
for I guess he is right. I'd go for a bit of a smaller size because you don't need to go that big to get a four to fold.
All right, Sutton, what size do you want to go for a four to fold? And Brian, what size do you now want to reconsider and just get a four to fold?
13.
13. All right. 13. Rodney's at 13. Okay, sounds good. All right, next hand is after Josh is Larry. You got ace eight suited, and the action is a raise to you. Ooh, do you want to do the stupidest, the dumbest exploit?
Yes, I would definitely. I think this is a perfect hand for the dumbest exploit in the history of poker.
Right. Better, and Sutton says better question is how much do those hands call?
I
The
think four calls a decent size.
Yeah.
So that's why I go to 13. I
Right.
think they're gonna call like at least six big blinds. So I'm just gonna double that.
Yep, we'll find out. Okay, here we go. So we're going for the dumbest play in all of poke, the dumbest exploit. Let's go. Here we go.
Ooh, we fold.
We get countered, and we just fold. All right, let's see let's see what he countered us with. All right, good for him. All right, Larry, you get another one.
All right.
Okay. Okay. We have the ace 10 this time. This is fun.
I think this is a better three bet than a call. I would three bet to 7.5 big blinds.
Yep. But we're okay with it a call, especially if we want the blinds in, right? With a hand like this.
Depends on the rate, frankly.
Yeah, that's true too. All right, we raise because I don't want anybody in ever. There we go.
Um,
Flop an ace.
I think we generally are going to use a small size here
Okay.
and see what he comes up with. Check raise is horrible, but we're going to use a small size here a
Like
lot.
five something, five-ish, or
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Yep, five-ish is good. I chose this time not to do it. I totally agree with the five. The five is fine. And I
Especially
don't.
with the ace
Yep.
on the ace of hearts on the board
Yeah.
and a three bet pot.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I also don't hate eight, nine, even 10. All those are fine. This time I checked.
All right, we check.
Now I hate it. Now I hate it so much. And he
What are you
bets.
talking about?
Yeah, we're in a unpleasant situation, but
Yeah.
I don't think we fold to this size.
Not yet. Yep. We don't fold yet.
He's using the block. I don't think we get to raise. I kind of want to. If we want to turn our ace, what are we, if we
Well,
turn
we're
our
not turning our
ace
ace
to,
into a bluff anymore. We're turning our not having a heart into a bluff. Our ace is irrelevant.
We have an ace high flush here.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Got a
I think,
raise.
So who wants to fold it? Who wants to fold an ace high flush here? Who wants to raise it and who wants to call?
I
I know
think
what
we,
I have a
I,
memory of what I did.
I think we want to raise. I think we want to raise to about 30 big blinds, 35 big
Right.
blinds.
Good for you. Good
I
for you.
like it.
I'm sure that I didn't fold and I'm sure I called. I'm sure I just did that and was just dumb right. But not a good, not, yeah. Right. What are other people doing? Sutton's folding.
So
Um,
raise.
right. If we bet on the flop, he probably calls us. Then we check turn, and maybe that gives him the green light.
Click is an option.
Yeah. Maybe he bluffs bigger then. All right. You're raising because four is never a good flush. It may be a flush, but it's never a good flush, right, Larry?
Yeah, I'm listening to the sizing.
All right. I like that. So Sutton's folding. I like raise more than what I did, but obviously I have to put in call because I did it. Mike was folding. I don't like that we checked the turn and now want to raise the river. We didn't check the turn. We called the turn.
Or just called. Yeah, I think either
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, we called. We could be trapping. We could have traps. We're in position. The bet's going in on the river when we want it with our king high flush.
Sure.
But
So
your
we,
call, half the reason you're calling here is because like on the river, when he does something like this, you're stealing it.
right, and I didn't.
Yeah. Like if
So
you're making this call, it's because all right, when he's not going to fall through on the river enough, and I have showdown value, and now you kind of have showdown value, but you know that he doesn't have a strong flush here.
right.
So it's like you just always get to raise him.
Yeah. So Larry raised to 30. What's your rate? What's everybody who's raising, put in your size.
Hmm. But the king of hearts, how big would I go to get a call?
Okay. Josh is going
I
30. Mike is
wouldn't,
Mike is folding and is still folding.
I wouldn't raise big actually. I don't think I would want to jam. I would want to put a shitload of money in if I had the king of hearts here. So I don't think I'd want to go big with a bluff.
All right.
Um,
Rodney's on
okay.
team ball with me, losing 17 cents.
I go like 16.
Okay, and Brian
He
is
has a
on.
lot of bullshit that just is gonna fold, and if I had the king of hearts, I'm just gonna jam it in. So I
Okay,
wouldn't go with a big size.
gotcha. All right. So just before we run away, so my thought in this, and it's not, not the best one, which is on the turn I call because I have showdown value. On the river, I call because because I still have showdown value, just different showdown value.
Reasonable, I guess. But
Yeah,
You have
that's
a
the
king high
size.
flush. Huh?
It's against this size. I have the ace high flush, so I have showdown value. I don't think that's the right thinking sequence. I think let's listen closer to this rather than, oh, I don't need to lose this pot. And what I earned by this was I earned $15. I risked $4 to earn 13 back, to earn 13 back. Okay. What you guys were going to do was risk $30 to win 34. I like your play better than mine. Okay. Here we go. That's Larry and Mike. Pocket sevens to an oversized raise.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I think this is, I don't know, this seems kind of borderline, but calling.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm considering folding here. Let's see if I do, but I'm considering it strongly. I'm going to fold the twos, threes, fours here. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm going to
I
start calling
just, I,
sixes. I think I'm going to
the
call.
only reason this makes, I think it's good is because I'm assuming this player is just kind of an idiot, like, or at least not very good. So when we do hit, like it's going to be, the EV of hitting something is going to be massive. So,
28, 16, 30, 28 VPIP, raise of
I
16.
mean, yeah, the numbers don't really like say much to me. It's just their
It's
opening
size.
size is,
Window.
suspect. So
All right. All right. And we don't have a note here whether these are split size. We don't know, Josh. And that's the thing you always want to know with these sizes. Is this his standard size or is he splitting his range? And at the time, we would have known that answer, but I don't have a note on it in the game. All right. There you go.
check fold.
Check, check, check. Ah, all right. Queen.
Check fold.
Check fold now. Yep. All right. What did he do this with? Ace King. All right. Now we know. Perfectly fine call. Pre. We were ahead. A little hard to realize our equity if he's willing to take the hand away from us because it's hard to get to a river that sevens like. But there you go. All right, Rodney, you have got Jack six suited in the small blind.
I think we'll open this to three.
All right, let's go. Three. we get called.
Mm,
Can't ask for a lot more than this with Jack 6.
yeah, nice. I think in this situation, I think we bet and bet small, so go 2 big blinds.
All right. That works. I'm going to go for check raise here. Let's see if I get it in. Check, bet. He goes small. You want to, when you take this line, do you want to check call or check raise?
No, I've raised.
Good. What size?
Probably to, let's see, 6,
Okay.
7 works.
I'm fine with 6. Just for sizing, just so you have 6 in mind, the pot is 7.88. You put in 1.8 more, so the pot is 9.6. And your raise, and so when you go to 6, you're betting, because remember you subtract this out, you're betting 4.2 into 9.6. So you're making about a half pot raise with 6. So because it looks like it's more than that, but it's not. Just to give that idea, it's about a half pot raise. Sutton wants to go bigger. Sutton wants to go to 12. All right. Well, that might be a really good idea with this since he called. All right, let's see what he called him with. Well, there you go. What would you like to do, Rodney?
Bet here to 15.
Okay. We're going to have to get all the money in, we're going to have to get raised, or we're going to have to do an oversized bet on the river. All right, here we go. You go 15. I go a little bigger. We get a call. Great. What do you want to do on the river?
I just shove it all in.
All right, let's go all in. Basically all in. We got to fold. Why am I not putting the other 17 in? Because of how long he took to call on the turn, probably. That's probably where the size down comes from. What did he fold? He folded a hand. There's nothing. We could have gotten this money in with a bigger. He's calling the bigger check raise easy. All right. So Sutton's saying we can charge a queen X with a bigger size. You're talking about on the river, right, Sutton?
I think on turn in my response to Mike and on flop check raise, like you have a lot of inelastic hands in villain's range there, so you can go really big, because if the guy has like a queen here and we bet big on turn, like it doesn't, like the jack really isn't. The jack doesn't tend to, a middle pair pairing does not tend to favor the aggressor as much.
No, it doesn't.
So when we go really big on the turn, if they have a queen, it looks a lot like we are on a flush draw trying to get folds.
Right.
And then
or who has the better queen, or just who's having, it's a queen fight. Who's got the bigger? Yeah.
Or we have the nuts here. And so the jack doesn't really look like it. We can look like we're awfully bluffy. They have a lot of queen X and like this nut flush draw that will be willing to pay, I think, a lot. And then with their queen X on the river, they get to a place that they're pretty stuck. Like if we go bigger on turn, because then this stack to pot ratio is really favorable on river. And then like I have top pair and the flush draw bricked.
Right.
I'm
So
gonna
you
call
don't-
10.
Right. So let's run out the lines for a second. So Sutton, in your line, you go check, he bets 2, you go to 12. So, and he calls. So the pot is now the lovely
28
30.
or 30.
30. We like that. The pot is 30 already instead of 20, which is great. How big do you want to bet the turn into 30? And you've got 90 basically. Sutton, this is you. How big you want to bet? We're taking your line.
Sorry, I'm muted. I'm talking to myself over here. But we could go to the pot's 30 here. We could go 25, 30, and then that's going to leave like 80 into a pot of, or no, I'm sorry. It's going to leave 50 into a pot of like 100 or something, right?
Yeah, well, no, 60. We have 90, we have 90 left. We go 30.
So it goes 30, we're at 60.
We're
It's gonna
60 in
be
the pot.
so it's like a 2/3, it's a B66, like on river.
Yeah.
It's like every top pair is gonna call when the flush draw breaks off.
Right, and the flush draws fold like that. Okay, so yeah, so that's nice. And in this case, I think he calls both of them. All right. When we take Rodney's line here, we are probably we bet two. Do we think he's raising this hand? I don't think so. If he does, great. So he calls the two. So now in your line, Rodney, pot is 10. What do you want to bet on the turn into 10?
8.
8. All right. And he calls the 8 happily. Right. And so we're at 36. All right. Good enough. Sounds good. All right. Sutton, last hand is yours. Let me make sure I got all the comments here. Boo and boom. All right. All right. Excellent. Let's go to. Here we go. After Rodney, it is Sutton. And then after that, we are on Brian hands. So prep him, Brian. Here we go. You have got ace queen on the button.
Yeah, we're gonna open, yeah. Fine.
Good. We get called in the big blind.
Guys, V pipping a ton here.
Yeah.
I think there's gonna be a lot of inelastic stuff here. I think the standard default is to go small here. But right now I have what I think is quite a strong hand. Not a ton of 4x, so I'm gonna go bigger. Like sometimes I would just default to like 1 or 2 bigs here, but I think that would be a mistake. There's gonna be a lot of hands that are just gonna be inelastic, and we want to pile money in. So I'm gonna go like 4 or 5, target an ace right now.
Excellent.
And go bigger. So I'm gonna 4 or 5 here.
Yeah. Or even 6 or 7.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All of those. I agree. And we're gonna get, and he's folding all the time. He's gonna fold here. That's what we expect.
Yeah.
But he was folding anyway. So it's for when he doesn't fold. All right.
But you're gonna have a lot of aces here. You're gonna have a lot of ace X.
Exactly. And hearts when he has hearts.
And some hearts. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's go. Yep. Yeah. So I go all the way to 6. Who's
Yeah.
going bigger than 6? Okay. Who was it? I think Brian's going bigger than 6. Yeah,
That's
Brian's
6.5, basically the same thing.
Yeah, he's going 6.5. So Brian's saying I'm a pussy, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm always saying.
Yeah, good. Okay. Mike says, is this a HH2X pot bet?
Yeah, is this a hungry horse thing where he checks like ace high flops or goes 2x pot? Is this
No, just over bets.
He goes over better check.
over bet? Okay, so not necessarily 2x. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a Peter Clark thing, but okay.
Okay, here we go. We get called.
Beautiful.
Excellent. So Sutton, what's his range right now? And we can actually wait till he checks, and then he checks it.
I think very little. I think there's little 4x to begin with, but there could be some in there, I suppose. But we're going to lose a lot of money to that in just a second if that's the case. Some hearts combos are going to be in there, and just so much ace X, much.
Right. And we beat all of it until
we now chop.
Yeah. This is a fucked up card.
This is
All
like
right.
the worst card.
Yeah. So when he checks here, first of all, what do you want to do? And then let's see why. Or tell us why and then tell us what you want to do. Do it in whatever order you want.
So the ace X, I think the ace X is going to call whatever we do. I think we want to make a price here that gets heart draws to call and continue, but is bad for them.
Yep.
And so, like, what price do I think? Oh, let's imagine they have the king 10 of hearts right now.
Right.
That would be a delightful hand for them to have.
Yeah.
And I think all the heart draws will call quite a bit up to pot. So I think I would go pot.
Okay.
That would be my.
Makes total sense. The other hands, by the way, that we didn't mention that do call once. Pocket pairs, just pocket pairs call one time, and they're folding now. Yeah, and they're all folding.
But you
now.
get to go. You could go smaller to target them.
Yeah, but if you do, you're getting such a price to the hearts, and I think.
Yeah, but you don't have to go big to make it unprofitable for hearts to call. Hearts, it's unprofitable for them to call a like 33% bet. So
But
if
they'll
you
call.
go if you go 10 big blinds or 8 big blinds, they call, those pairs call, and it's unprofitable hearts to continue. But the question is whether you want to go bigger if you think hearts are going to be more inelastic,
Right.
and you can go
And
bigger and charge them.
right. You can
They'll
get more
call.
money from the hearts. And remember, the eights still might fold to a half pot bet here.
Sure.
For
Yeah,
the
I
eights.
mean, they
Yeah.
might.
Yeah. Okay. So
Not the king's out.
with that in mind, what size you want to go? You're still on. You're on the same size, Sutton, or has Brian convinced you?
Nah.
I'm still going big. I'm still going pot.
Good. Yeah, I don't find Brian convincing at all. All right. So in this case, I think I did the worst play. I checked. And
Oh my gosh.
I think that's a terrible. I think that's a terrible play.
But now you
I think
see
I
how.
only thought about. I think I only thought about the ace part of his range. I didn't think about the hearts part. And I think
But
this is
so the other side of my thought process here is if I go pot here and then like jam river here, like if I ever can get an ace X hand to fold because they think I have like ace king or something,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yep. And that's the thing that you leave available for yourself that I don't. But I think this is a terrible play. All right. I think it just got better and worse both.
All right, so we check. Oh, we're hoping that.
All right, let's see
Nope,
what he
check
does.
again.
All right, let's see what he does. He checks.
Um, let's see here. So I don't think he has a flush when he checks.
No.
this. I don't think he has, like, doesn't even seem like he has, I guess he would check an ace maybe. But like, can we get pocket eights to call here ever?
Right, for tiny.
If I bet 3 big blinds,
Right.
I don't know. I don't even think that would work. So
we violate the Matt Affleck rule. We violate the Matt Affleck rule and bet 3 or 4 big blinds to try to get a pocket pair to call, or we bet big to try to get an ace to fold. Right, but nothing in between.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure here.
all right. I'm going for the get called by tens. All right.
Yeah.
I was trying to get
Eights.
called by eights. Yeah. So I hate my turn check, and against the eights, it was the right play. I hate it, and I love my size at the end. I love violating them. I love that I violated the Matt Affleck rule here. All right. Mike says I have ace, ace, king, ace, king, and ace 4. Yes, those are all hands you might fold to if we want to go for the big. But none of it mattered. All right. On to Brian.
Mm-mm. Dun-dun-dun. Share. Okay. All right. Who wants to play my hand?
Yeah, I didn't get one yet.
All right, Scotty.
So that works. All right, Jack 10.
Button straddle.
Button straddle. He calls. All right. I do not want to fold this hand. I do want to raise this hand. But if you just call it, I'm okay. And since I'm gonna raise it, I want to raise it to I'm gonna be out of position against him. So I want to go at least 16-20. Yep, we go 25. Good. I like it. And he calls. Great. Let him. All right. Let's see what he does. Does he check? Okay. I absolutely would like to bet this. I would like to bet this for the bet range reason. I want to bet this for the draw reason. I want to bet this for the backdoor draw reason. All the reasons I want to bet it.
Sorry.
Yeah, and yeah, my size is going to be anywhere from 18 to 27. So we go 20. I love it. Good. And he's going to fold it. He's just going to fold a ton to that size. He has tons of hands he has to fold, but this isn't one of them. So he's priced me in with my straight draw and my backdoor flush. I do not want to turn this in. I don't see a reason to turn this into a rebluff. Um, I believe that he is doing this with many more hands like King X than he is with diamonds. And I don't see the King X folding, so I'm calling for the pot odds he's giving me. Let's go. Spade. 4 of hearts. All right, see how big he goes. He checks. All right. So what I'm frozen on my thought process here is, uh, I think that he has now shown that he is weaker than he said he was. That he did that now. Maybe there are some diamonds in this. Maybe the king is a very bad king. Maybe it was a weird queen, a queen with diamonds, something like that. Um, yeah, King 10 realizes he did an oops. All those. The problem is that when I want to pounce on what I perceive as weakness, and I'm wrong because I've seen enough times that they check raise twice. I've seen it enough, and the hand is king queen, the hand is pocket eights, the hand is king four suited. That did this, that just improved. Um, I throw away my equity against them because my bet size is going to be big, setting up a river shove when I bet here, and my and so his check raise there is then big, and I have to fold. So with that in mind, I'm going to check behind. And if you
Oh,
bet,
I hate you, Scotty. I didn't want to. I checked behind two, and I hate it. I'm so angry about it.
okay.
I
And right.
I don't
And
think he's check. I don't think he check raises the flop to that small size with anything other than king X and diamonds and no two pair plus that checks then on the turn. So his whole range here is diamonds and
right. So
king X.
you
Like,
want to take
yeah,
so
so I should be getting value here and then ripping it and then destroying him on the river.
right. Yeah. So we want to so for that line, I want to by the way, in that line, I want to go
I'm going
100.
smaller. I was going to go smaller to leave plenty behind on the river. Because when I go
Well,
100, 350 in the pot, I only have a pot size river bet. I mean, it is a lot of money
okay.
when it comes down to it.
Okay, then yeah, it's a lot of money for them. Uh
Yeah, it's
yeah.
technically pot odds like they can call off, but when it comes down to it, it's a $300 bet and it's a 1-2 game. So
Yeah. So I initially wanted to go 100, but I'm happy with 75 on that line.
that's what I
75,
was thinking.
75 goes 300, leaves him with 350 left. Yeah,
Yeah, and I rip it for 350 and I get the fold.
yeah. And then sometimes you get there.
I was also considering like really small here because I'm like, I think this is a lot of pot control that these people are doing when they do this with
Right.
their king. They don't want to fold it. They want to get to a showdown cheap, especially when they now check the turn. So like when they have a king, this is pot control. When they have diamonds, they're scared to follow through. So it's like we
Yeah.
can get we can go small here. And yeah, you give a good price to diamonds, but when it bricks
Here.
the river or when it checks when they get there on the when the diamonds get there on the river and they check to you, you just get to blast them off of everything because
Yeah.
they don't have diamonds. And when there's no diamonds on the river, you just still get to blast them off
Yeah.
everything because they're not going to withstand your bet.
Right.
So I was like, I think this is a blunder. I think checking is bad. I think
Right.
checking is very bad.
And your hand, by the way, would love to be called by diamonds. It is not a
Yeah.
hand like, yeah, if you have a king here, you don't love, you're happy for the diamonds to fold. Here, you'd like the diamonds to call because you want them there on the river.
Yeah, because it's another thing for me to push out.
Yeah.
But I saw the merit in checking in game. Part of my reasoning for checking behind was one, I was basically certain that he has his strongest hand is King Jack, King 10, and he has draw and he has diamond draws. I mean, he's a
Right.
more aggressive player, so he is capable of doing this with a
Yeah.
diamond draw.
Yeah.
But like I also see like it's a lot of how they play. Is they put in their one check raise and then they give up from there, like and unless they get there.
Right.
So I was kind of like really in between because I was like I really wanted to have a lot of stack depth on the river was what I was thinking. So I was really in between going like small here or going
Right.
or checking, and I
And
decided to check.
And small here is 50, right?
Yeah, I was thinking like
Yeah.
$50 here because he's
Yeah.
never folding, but I'm always making that king fold on the river when I rip it.
Yeah. So
Because for two, yeah,
So I definitely don't want to bet less than 50 here. So I like 75 if I'm going to bet here. I'm okay with 100 and 50 is fine too, but I don't want to go less than 50. Now, here's the one thing though. If we don't bet anything, we have massive step depth on the river. Our line
well,
just
that's
isn't, but our line isn't as believable.
true.
All right, let's see what happens.
But I
I'm saying,
super tanked here. He looked uncomfortable, and I was like super tanking. And I originally went for a big size. Like I started counting out chips. I counted like 125, and then I was sitting there thinking, I was like, if he doesn't fold here, I can't get it by the river. So then I was like down to 50-ish, and I was like, I think I can just if I go big enough on the river, I'm just gonna make him fold a king when he because if he goes check check on the river, like I think I'm always getting the fold if I go for a very large
right.
bet.
So that's
So I was
so
kind of in between, but I was angry because I think I missed value here on the bluff. Like I think I can absolutely
okay.
get a little bit more money in that's now going to fold on the river. But yeah, okay. So I check back.
I agree with so here's what I totally agree with you on. I don't think you need more. I think 50. I think you have enough money with a bet of 50. And I think you definitely have
Yeah,
enough money now. Okay. So here, and let's see what size he goes. Come
check.
on. Bet small. He checks. All right, let's bluff. And because of the line we took, all right, we're gonna bluff. We're gonna start with that. We can get diamonds to fold for 75 or 100.
Yeah, let's.
Right.
Yeah, that's to
But
get
I don't want
ace
to get
queen
more.
of diamonds to
Yeah.
fold.
Not ace queen. Yeah, let's get ace
Yeah,
queen fold. Yeah.
yeah. I'm saying like ace queen
Doesn't
of
have ace.
diamonds maybe,
He
but he
doesn't have
probably
ace
doesn't
queen.
have that.
He doesn't have ace queen of diamonds. He didn't limp ace queen of diamonds to just
He's an
call.
aggressive player. He probably would have three bet it
Yeah. But he has
or
diamonds and he
opened
can
it.
certainly have queen nine of diamonds here. Easy. Um, so diamonds fold for 75, but I want to get more than that. I definitely want a queen to fold. I want a bad king to fold. And that's 250.
So you're
Especially
pretty
with
close.
yeah, especially with the fact that I didn't bet the turn.
We were pretty
225.
close. I went 225. I thought I said my size to get him to call was with a king was he was a little sticky too. So I was like his sizing, I think he's calling me. Like a lot of guys I blast I could do 175 and they're folding a king here because they're
Right,
just scared money. So I did 225 against him
right,
and I got a major tank. He was like trying to get a read on me and he face up shows ace king jack and he sits there and he mucks it and he said one of
right,
these days you're going to tell me whether that was a good fold or not. I said good fold and I just mucked it.
right, right. Okay. So, and that he has the jack of diamonds there. Right. So
Yeah.
now if if he goes out and he bets the river,
If he bets for
it's all
size that
about
doesn't commit him, if he bets a size that doesn't commit him, I'm jamming.
right. He bets 50. He bets any block size. We're gonna say that is a block bet that is looking to fold and we're gonna jam, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go all in on that
Right.
size.
And he bets 100 or more, we just fold.
Yeah, I think 100. He just put $100 in the middle like that. He does not plan on folding at that point.
Yep, not with 325. Yep, yep,
That's
that's
just like a small stakes, I would say, when they put $100 in the middle, like they're usually not planning on laying it down.
yep. I don't yeah,
So
exactly. And in which case we got and when you play the line that way, we got to see two cards for dirt cheap. And that's
yeah,
also okay. You didn't win the pot, but he made a different mistake at you. So when he bets 100 here and you fold, you didn't fuck up the hand. When
yeah,
he
it's
when he bets 50 and you take it away on the river, that's the same 50 that you were trying to get on the turn. So there's still merit in that check on the turn, but we've seen what the problem with is with it. All right, great.
yeah. I think this is good, but I think best line is 50 on the turn and then rip it on the river all in. That's what I think the best line is. But you know,
Yeah.
nah, I didn't play great, but I think I played it decently.
And I think he played it terribly.
Yeah. Okay. Who wants to play ace nine suited on the button?
This goes to Larry.
No, Larry gets the next hand. I have a very specific hand for
Oh, Larry's
Larry.
got the next one. Okay, in that case, this goes to Josh. I'll reverse the order.
All right, Josh.
Okay.
I don't know how much you're gonna love playing this hand. So this guy opens to 15. I want to be playing heads up in position with him as much as possible. He is bad and he opens too wide and he plays generally somewhat face up. He's capable, but like he won't do it for real sizes. He kind of tells you where he's at. So what do you
Right.
want
But I
to
mean,
do? Like
he's open so massive. You
he
can just
opens
wait for.
10-4 offsuit to this size.
Okay.
Like he
So
is
if he's that
far too
wide,
wide.
then
I'm through my three betting range against him is huge. It's like it's basically like queen 10 offsuit. I will three bet against this guy because he'll get to the flop with 9-5 offsuit and he'll open it to 15.
right. And I mean, do you even need to ISO him with when he opens this big? What is it? Is it
Absolutely.
like okay,
The calling fast in Florida.
okay?
Sorry,
I
you
mean,
if you wanted to call, I'm not you can obviously tell I'm not gonna call here. But these are the reasons for why I'm not calling him, why I'm trying to isolate this guy
I
all the time.
think when they open to 15, like you're meant to just free bet with the suited Broadway kind of things. But
Yeah,
yeah, I guess you can free bet with this. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
this is a significant adjustment against a player that I have played 30 hours with, probably something like that.
Okay.
So we go here. This is gonna be uncomfortable, obviously, but all right. He checks to you. What do you want to do?
Okay. I got a hand similar to this. I got in trouble with. So I think you're meant to check this back. Actually, you're meant to check this back. But yeah. I mean, I when I played a hand like this, I bet it. But yeah, with the flush draw, you can check it back and then see. But I
I'm
I
gonna
can
bet
guess you're
here
gonna bet
always.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He's
Do you want to look? Yeah, go for it. Okay. So you bet 50, I guess, something
just
like
25. I go small here. I'm gonna bet small
that. Okay.
most of the time unless I'm adjusting for some reason. Um, so he get called.
Yeah,
Now
he's
he
definitely gonna. That's gonna hit him that flop, and he donks turn. So Nuffle would say raise to like 190 or something,
this is not a Nuffle
right?
situation. Nuffle is a flop donk.
Yeah, but there's
This is
turn Nuffle, right?
turn
This is
donks are different.
yeah.
Um, from
So
what
you
I know
probably
about
just want
them,
to fold.
they're
You have
usually under bluffs, but
you have
they
a gut
usually
shot, right?
take. I have a gut shot, but he also has this sizing just did not scream queen to me in any shape or form. So, I mean, I'm not trying to this you want to fold, I'm gonna call here. That's
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's
I
fine.
think
It's only 25 bucks.
I think that when he has a queen here, he has something very strong he's going, like he's gonna at least bet 60 on this turn. So I think that this is a lot of like absolute bullshit and like Jack X, probably even 8X. I mean, he's got a ton of bullshit that gets to this flop. So you can have tons of random 8X and Jack X here. And he didn't check raise the flop. He plays generally aggressively with his stronger hand. So he just doesn't have a lot of Queen X here. And he doesn't have, and this is just, I think this is a lot of set my price. And I don't want to play for a lot of money,
It's
but
like
I
a
want,
block bet, right? So
yeah,
is
that's
he on the
kind of what it
floor?
is. Yeah, he
Right.
can
I
have
mean,
draws here. He can have a lot of things. He can just have marginally made hands too. And I
yeah.
call. So now he checks. What do you want to do?
I mean, you have some showdown, right?
I've shown out against his missed draws. I
Yeah.
lose to all of his marginal hands, and I think that he has nothing that can call me.
So you don't think he's
All
checking the
right.
flipper with the intent of calling? You don't think
I
that
don't
that
think he's checking with the queen, and I think if I did a reasonable size, if I was gonna say like what is his range here, and the best hand he has is a jack, some sort of jack, and I think that his jack, if I bet 125 would call, but I don't think it's calling if I jam.
gotcha?
Basically, that's where it's all coming from. So I just rip it on him, and we get the tank fold. I don't know what the hell he folded, but he has so much bullshit in his range that he can have anything here. But I thought this one was interesting because I almost wanted to fold here. Do you hate the call here? Anybody? I mean, I know you didn't want
No,
to,
you're getting a
Josh.
good price to draw for an ace or a 10, right?
Yeah,
Um,
ace or 10. It's not even as much of that. It's just that I plan to take this from him when he checks the river. Like if he bet this and then came out on the river and bet for a significant size, I'm just gonna fold all the time unless I got there. But I think that this is just not, this is a lot of like blocking and trying to get to the river cheaply. So if he wants to get to the river cheaply, I'm gonna make it very expensive on the river.
Right. And I
So we
think
jam. But
good. And I
but
think one of the things that we all need to learn from this one is this. When you look at his price on the gut shot and you're in position, if you're willing to make these plays, you get to include that in your math. I get there this often. I win this often by not getting there, but it's going to cost me this much, but that gets included in your math. All right.
yeah, I wouldn't have honestly, I probably wouldn't have even called here if I didn't plan to steal.
Right.
Like if I
It
had
gut
the
shot,
idea that I
gut shot
need
me
to
over
get
as
there,
well.
yeah, I'm probably just gonna fold. But um yeah, I knew I was probably gonna try and steal this on the river, so that's why we called. But we're done with that. All right, Larry, this is you. You're gonna love this hand, Larry.
All right, that's sevens.
Okay. Splits his range, older guy, seems to have a tight opening range.
All
He
right, we
opened the
are
10.
200 big blinds deep. I
Do you
think
wanna
I don't think I want to raise this against a tight guy who's opening from first position.
That's how I felt. I agree with you on that. I called and get called behind. I'm fine with playing this hand multi-way in position. You hit it or you don't. You get a really shit flop.
All right, what's our action?
What the hell do you want to do?
Yep.
Uh, I don't we there's no need to raise. We're in position. I would just call.
I agree. Oh, no, sorry. Okay, what do you want to do here? This is what I thought was weird. It's turn the river, obviously, they get funky.
Um, our SPR is 24. I think we want to think around. It's hard to get the geometric here, but I think we just want to try it anyway. Um, I think we want to bet pot or close to pot, and we know we're going to get a lot of folds.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of was listening too much. I was like, what do he see best a flop, checks the turn. I'm holding all four sevens. I kind of agree. I think pot is good here because I think like I was kind of trying to figure out like what the hell. I mean, like I guess he could have like some portion of the time he can have some sort of like 10x that just c bets or some sort of overpair that just c bets and now is scared to continue with two sevens on the board or
I
something
think
like that.
probably he's got an overpair, and getting two calls on this board texture is not ideal. So he's slowing down.
I agree. I think that I don't like this, but sometimes when I get these types of hands, I just have no fucking clue what to do because I'm like, I have no idea how.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, if we were to look at this in a solver, it's going to have many different options. The solver, like for instance, if a solver had a full house here, like 8-7, it would give many, many options because I've said this before, but it depends on what part of the range they're going to target. I mean, I think Matt Affleck said it well that when we're in these situations, it's not clear, just default to geometric sizing.
Okay. Yeah, I think I agree. I think that there are some also like more inelastic hands here. Like obviously overpair is not folding right now. 10x is not folding right now because the guy next to Act can call with a lot of hands like 10-9. That's not folding when it makes the top pair now and
Yeah.
is open-ended. So I agree. I think that I kind of just was like, I have no fucking clue what to do. I think both of these guys are weak after going c betting the flop and then going check check on the turn. So I went smaller, and I think this is probably bad. I just kind of was in a weird spot of like, what the hell do I do? I have quads. But we get called here, fold there, blank river,
Nine.
checks to you.
Come on, nine.
Yeah, that's why I kind of wanted a nine, I was thinking. I don't really know though. But I didn't know like a nine might kill my action against a hand like queens.
Yeah.
Do you play with this guy a lot?
I played with him twice. He likes to call. Um, when you make it reasonable. He likes to call when he's generally obviously crushed.
Um, well then I think we go 100 to 150.
I like that size.
Yeah.
Jack 10. This is what I wasn't expecting. A hand like this. I was expecting him to be much
No.
stronger than this when because he just doesn't open almost ever. He usually almost always limps. And then, so I was kind of surprised to see a hand like Jack 10. So I would have gladly three bet knowing he's opening hands like this. But yeah, so
Wow.
I don't know. I think maybe do we maybe go bigger here on the river? It's like what if we're just not getting called by we're only getting called by overpairs and 10x here. So maybe we just go massive saying he's not folding an overpair and he's not folding 10x for a pretty ridiculous price. So maybe we just go crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I think that this can be bigger. I think we go at least 150 here. Probably better size. But yeah, that one super hard hand to play.
How much do you believe that exact hand would call? What's the max you think that guy with Jack 10 that time was calling?
I mean, he tanked on it, but he tanked on the call for 100, but that's not like an exact science, obviously. So I would say maybe I think we can go, if I was trying to bluff the 10 on that river, I would, I'd have to put a lot of money in the pot. So yeah, maybe we go one. Yeah, I think I'd probably go. I just deleted the hand, so I don't know, but I think pot was what, 125. So pot was like 125 or something, and he checked to me. I would probably go 100. I think that could probably really push it and go like 150 to 160. And I think if I was bluffing, I'd go 250. So yeah, probably like 160, I think. Yeah, I think that's a bad size. I think 100 is not good. This is the same guy. Who's up? I gotta look at the little. Okay, so we just did
Next one.
Larry.
It is
Rodney.
it's Rodney.
Okay.
I flopped pocket. I flopped quad nines last night, and it was 993, and I go, he can have nothing. I have to bet one, and I bet one big blind. And on the turn, he still had nothing. Right. Okay. Going on.
All right. You got three limpers, and it's on you on the button with the ace jack suited, Rodney. What do you want to do?
Let's see, we'll raise this to. Would that be about 15?
Yeah, that's like the a proper size. I'm always going bigger just because people call too much in my game. So I go to 25, but 16s. That's fine for like online and stuff like that. You get limp raised to $50 on the button. What do you want to do from under the gun?
I think just call here because I don't know that I want to raise it because then if I get jammed on, I'm not going to like
I
it.
agree with that.
I think just call here.
I agree with that. I think you could. I think there may be a case for folding.
Maybe, but
It's such a good price. It's just that there's kind of a case for it because if we say he's never doing this with worse than jacks or ace queen plus, then we're just always behind his range. The only thing that we can really do here is say we have spades, which we can run on.
You have 25% equity against everything in his range except for pocket aces.
Yeah.
And you have position. So those are all the
Yeah.
arguments why you call. The problem is with that 25% equity is you don't know whether you need the jack against the ace king or the ace against the king king, and you're not full. You're going to lose some more money when it gets there. So you have some reverse implied odds coming up here, but
And how often are you
he's
going to get
just
to
going to get.
realize?
Yeah, if he has anything except aces, this is a mathematically bad fold in position.
Yeah. I came to the conclusion that with spades and that I'm now seeing more people limp raising with stuff other than aces, I am now more willing to play against limp raises. So, and that range is usually very strong. It's just not aces, kings, and queens. It's like sometimes tens plus and ace queen plus
Mhm.
is usually what it is. And I'm more willing to run it against a range like that than I am obviously of kings, queens, and
Right.
aces.
Right. So this
So.
is a trivial hand. This hand is trivial if that's all the money he has left. The problem is the extra money you're going to lose when you guess wrong about which of those hands it is. But oh boy, let's play.
Oh, wow, man. I don't even want to show this hand. All right. He checks to you. What do you want to do, Rodney?
I want to raise my bet with the flush draw. I think bet on the larger side, so probably 60 to 70.
Anything is better than what I hate that. I checked. I don't know why I did this. I'm trying to like in game think about why I did this. And I was like, oh, I don't want to get check raised. But I'm happy to run it here. I could definitely run it against a check raise here.
Yeah.
So I was very upset because I was like, why did I just do that? I was sitting here thinking like when I get check raised. I don't know. This is terrible. I checked back. I wouldn't have bet 60, but I like betting way more than I like checking here.
What size you want to bet, Brian, when you do
I'd
bet?
probably go 25, 30, 530.
So really
Uh,
encouraging a check raise.
yeah, I mean if I get check raised, because I'm happy to run it here. I don't know why
Yeah.
I just don't know what happened in
Yeah.
game that I was like, I don't want why I wouldn't want to run it. It's like that just doesn't make sense. I don't know.
I
This
don't
is
know.
weird.
I don't think checking here is all that bad either when you're thinking you're up against a range that is heavily ace ace, like the
Yeah.
range of
Well, that
aces.
I know that's what's going through my head, but I'm sitting here thinking like it's okay to check it. Like I don't disagree. It's just that like I think betting here is really good because I get like when he check raises me, I really know where I'm at. This is aces or kings or queens when he check raises me.
Yeah.
Like
If I'm not mistaken, you're almost, are you a favorite against any hand except aces?
I
Like,
think
are
I
you a
was
favorite here if
doing
you like got the money in
No,
against kings?
no, you're 50-50-ish against kings. We'll run it to be sure. It matters whether he has the king of
I'm
spades, of course. But you have 12 outs against
we
all the
are
but the ace.
53 to
Yeah. So I mean, it's
53. Oh, sorry, 53 to 45 against kings.
With
They're
with
ahead.
with or without the king of spades.
No king of spades.
Okay, with the king of spades.
With the king of spades, we are sorry, I'm gonna move some stuff. Stop it. Simulate. Uh 52 to 56.
All right. Oh,
I mean,
there's
I should happily be betting here because
2 to 56.
when he
That's
has hands like ace king, ace queen, and they fold, that's not bad,
hmm
obviously. And
Yeah.
when he's never folding an overpair, but I can happily run it against all of his overpairs.
Yeah.
So I think that checking is bad because if he folds ace king, ace queen, that's great. And when he jams on me or check raises me, I will happily run it against him.
Yeah.
It's like,
He doesn't fold those hands to 30.
yeah, I think part of the problem too here was that I don't know why, but when I was looking at a stack, I think that I thought he was way deeper, and I was like, now I got to run it for like 300 bigs, and I was like, I don't want to do that. It just the way he had everything stacked looked different. It was weird, and I thought it was deeper than we are. And then now when I was rebuilding the hand, I was like, I put it in that we were deeper, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh wait, I remember he was not that deep. So I don't know what was going on. This was bad. I don't know. I think checking isn't actually awful, but I have no showdown value, so why am I checking?
So
Like
here's
I'm not
so here's my
beating ace queen, ace king. I don't beat any of his pairs, so
so here's my question to both Rodney and Brian on this, which is Rodney's betting 60. Brian is initially betting 30. Both of you at that size are getting called by ace king and ace queen. When you do not improve on the turn,
I'm ripping it all day.
you're ripping then when he just calls. So if he doesn't check raise you, you're saying it's not an overpair.
Yeah, he is. I'm gonna discount tons of his overpairs. I'm gonna rip it in on the turn.
Okay, gotcha. And especially when you go 30.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I think he's gonna flip me with it. Like if he ever folds his hands, it's great when I go 30. But I also now on the turn, I get value from those hands. Can I now jam on the turn and get all
Right.
and he folds all of those hands and I get, you know,
Right. And
all
then
and
Josh,
I get a
Josh,
significant amount of money.
yeah. How about you? So you're going to bet 60 on this flop, and he calls you. The turn is the uh, blank of blank, so I'm going to make it the two of diamonds, and he checks to you. What are you going to do? Are you checking back, or are you continuing the bluff, Josh?
You mean Rodney?
I'm
We
not Josh.
betting
Rodney.
Yeah, I'm going to continue
See,
bluffing.
I thought we were betting 25.
Yeah, I didn't ask you, Josh. It sounded like I did. I was asking Rodney. Rodney's continuing the bluff, and what size, Rodney? You jamming, or are you?
No, I don't know that I would jam.
So the pot's going to be 220, 227, and you have got 490 left. What size?
Yeah, I'll probably go 200.
Nice. Okay, great. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so I check. All right, Rodney. You now have
And
top pair, top kicker, and he just bet into you for $25.
we still have the flush draw. Yeah, 25. I'm going to raise this to probably 75.
I did not. Why do you want to do that?
I think that sometimes we have the best hand here.
Yeah, but if we raise to 75 and we have the best hand here,
I think he'll
what
call.
what's calling? That we beat.
You could have.
So his range coming into this was, let's say his range was tens plus ace queen plus. So we beat tens, we lose to queens, kings, aces, and we beat ace king and ace queen. So we lose
And he's
to
got this
most of
queen,
his range, beat one hand within his range, and then we're ahead of the other three hands, and three of the hands aren't calling, or two of the hands aren't calling, and one of them might. So I don't think a raise is good.
This call here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that when we raise here, we fold out ace king, ace queen. We get called by tens some portion of the time, and we get called by all the hands that beat us. So we basically just all we do is we only have one hand that we're targeting here, and we're losing to the other three hands, and then we fold out hands that we're already beating. So I don't think
But
there's
it
a ton of value in that.
wouldn't be too bad though to fold out ace
It's not
king,
terrible.
queen, because we
Well, they're drawing slim. They're drawing to three outs.
Two outs. One of their outs is a
Yeah,
straight
two
ace.
outs. Exactly. Two outs. So I mean they're drawing super slim. And when they get there, a lot of the time they get stacked.
okay.
So
So I have a
I
question.
would say raising is not great.
Yeah. I'm with you on team call, obviously. Who else is anybody still on team raise after this? After this analysis? Anybody want to raise it? And the reason I'm asking is for you, Rodney, to get an idea of sort of where that raises in the group. All right,
Yeah.
looks like you're out on Ray's Island, Rodney. I think
I
you
am.
want to be there. All right, let's go to the river.
I think the call is better. Ooh. I'm gonna fold.
What does everybody else want to hear?
Snap fold. When he
Yeah,
reaches for chips, I muck. When he reaches for chips, I mucked.
I can think of a lot of I can think of a lot of hands that make sense that beat us here.
I sat there while
Doesn't
during the
have
hand. I
to
was like,
be
do you
tens.
have tens, aces? I don't think you have tens because I think you would have just bet the flop and not gone for a check raise. I was like, aces, I think you go bigger on the turn. And then I was sitting there looking, I was like, I don't think you're capable of bluffing though. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. This doesn't make any sense.
Here's why aces make sense here, Brian. This is in my line. So on the flop, he's going for a check raise. When he doesn't get it on the turn, he goes, "You're so weak. I have to bet small to get called."
That's what I was thinking, but I was like, I feel like you still get greedier on the turn with the
Maybe,
flush draw. Like I think he
maybe.
still gets greedier with the flush draw. I was
He wanted you to
I
bet
was
your flush draw. He wanted you to bet your flush draw so he could check raise him. And then you didn't, so he doesn't think you have a flush draw because he knows how aggressive you are. Maybe. Let's see what happens.
He does know that I'm very aggressive. I folded. I folded here because I was like, this is a super, I don't know, fold. I was like, your line doesn't make sense, but I've been in this spot too many times where I'm like, this doesn't make any fucking sense except for like two hands, and it always happens to be those two hands because they just don't bluff enough.
But the problem,
So,
two hands,
Why wouldn't he go for a
he has
value bet
hands just
if he has the aces?
what was that?
So why
Rodney.
wouldn't he go for another value bet if he has aces? I mean,
This is what they do with value a lot of the time, is just put the money in. I have a strong hand, I put the money in. That's what they do a lot.
He went small on the turn to get called by all your small bets that were all your small hands that were going to fold to anything on the river. Now he attacks the bigger part of your range.
The stronger part, yeah.
Yeah, because
What
remember,
what were you gonna say, Scotty, though, about
where you would bet, let's just say that he does have aces instead of going all in. What was the pot before he went all in?
150?
I mean, would there be any line where you might bet
The one thing I will say about this, Rodney,
75,
is there's a
get called by a jack?
yeah, that's I mean, like against most good players, yeah, against a good play, like that would be reasonable. A good player would probably go somewhat. They wouldn't jam here with aces trying to get called. They would probably go. I mean, they might. It depends, but
That's
there'd have to be a
that's
good
why
reason for it.
that's why I
But the
don't.
other thing is, but Rodney, I know how many players I play against that do this shit where when they play aces, half of them will like just open jam the flop. Like they will three bet and then just put the money in before the flop comes out and be like, I'm all in. Like, cause they don't care. They don't care about getting paid. They're terrified of getting outdrawn. And like they do a lot of things. Like a lot of people, like when they have a very strong hand, they just go like, I have a strong hand. I'm gonna bet big. That's what it is usually. It's not like thinking, okay, well, this guy's told me he's weak the entire way. I probably shouldn't go big here on the river.
so Brian, you say that this doesn't make much sense, which I agree with you. And you go, but the only hands that do make sense to me, I see some sense in aces and kings here, right? And you go, but
Yeah,
that's two sets of hands. And what I want to say is, it's two sets out of hands out of a very, very small range to start with.
yeah,
You put him at the beginning of this on aces and kings and queens and maybe tens and maybe tens jacks plus, right? And
yeah,
maybe some ace king and ace queen. I mean, that was your initial raise. That is a big chunk of you know, his range. Now, he can't have ace ace with the ace of spades, which is the one that would most comfortably do it. You know, but
yeah. I went with my gut told me to call, but I threw my cards away. I
okay,
was very interested, and he
it's all good.
very happily windmilled this. And I was like,
Good for him.
oh, yeah, you never bluff in your life. I know you don't bluff. I've played enough hours with you and watched you play where you never bluff. So you ran your first bluff. Congratulations. I'm never paying you off again, though. I'm not going to pay you off in the future. Because every other time he's put his money in, he has the freaking stone cold nuts. Like that's every other time. It's like, okay, one time you ran it, whatever. But yeah, I was upset, but I was like, I don't know. I was like, this is just so often. Like, I'm just gonna be so angry if I call here and I look at aces that I just can't call here and I don't care if I'm wrong. So I wasn't that mad actually after I made the fold because I was like, I'm happy because I would have been so much more pissed off if I sat here and looked at aces whenever I made this call.
But the real thing is, remember, ace queen suited is in his limp re-raise range to that size. Make
Yeah,
sure you.
there we go. It gives me a better idea of how he plays, and I play with him often enough that I now that it's good to know. But yeah, that was the last hand I had. Thought that one was very interesting. I mean, I didn't muck fold. I didn't instant fold. I was just like, I just can't get myself to call here. I'm gonna be really angry if I look at aces again. So
So if you would have check raised his turn bet,
He folds.
you think he folds?
yeah, that just makes your life easier though. Like here, I miss, 90% of the 99% of the time, most of the players don't have the balls to do this at 1-2. That they won't just rip it here. So a lot of the time, if he is bluffing, he's going to get put a reasonable price in on the river, and I'm going to call and I'm going to win. And he happened to rip it on me this time. He put me in a tough spot, and I folded and made the wrong fold. But it is what it is. I don't really, you know, I'm over it. It's most of the time I am 100% correct that this is aces and kings. But we that was the last hand I had from last night's session.
All right. Who else has hands?
I've got one hand. I'm just typing out.
All right, good. Do we
It,
still have
it
Mike?
just takes so long putting them in the replayer, right?
It does.
I mean, you don't want to just look at the notes. I could just show you the notes.
I don't know.
The
Mike,
replay is so much nicer.
yeah, here we'll do a hand while you do it. I'll put up a hand, and then Mike, prep just your review because I'm going to go away in about 10 minutes. So we'll
Okay,
use
got
your
it.
hands unless you guys want something else.
Does anybody in the group use the fast roll thing that Bart Hansen always talks about?
Yeah,
Uh,
Brian, I used it while I played live.
How'd you like it?
It's fantastic. I can't believe you don't use it.
I
What
just
is it?
remember hands. I don't. I need to start using it though because I might get like little details off. So maybe I'll start using it. Fast
What does it
roll
do?
app. It's like a hand replayer app on your phone. So like right after a hand, you can build it like the one you use on your computer, but you can build it out right away instead of writing notes. So it's
Yeah,
probably faster than writing out notes of what happened and everything you can say. And like it's good because I don't write notes. I just usually remember most of the hands I play. So I just write
yeah.
them like the next day or whatever. But the
All right,
the app the
all right.
app would be good because I probably miss little details of like what the suits were and like maybe sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe I should have had it in here that he had a flush draw here too and I didn't realize it. But yeah,
All right. Brian, you got ace jack in the big blind, and it's raised to you.
um, I think you can just defend here from a cutoff raise. You could three bet if you wanted to, but then you three bet out of position. You're playing out of position. It's bleh. I don't want to do that.
And we're deep. And ace
Yeah.
jack, great deep. Okay, here we go.
Okay, we get 4-4-6. I'm gonna check. All right. He is probably going to be range betting here often, and I have some sort of showdown against that, and I can sometimes find a way to steal it later. But we'll see what happens. We're gonna call here. I'm gonna call here.
A little hard to steal it later from out of position, but still possible.
Yeah. Oh, we folded it.
Listen,
Okay.
this is terrible.
Yeah, he's range betting.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Tell me when, Josh. Tell me when you're ready. I'll just keep running hands till you are.
He put it in chat.
I'm ready. I've
Okay.
posted it in the
In
chat.
that
Do you want
case,
me to show it, or you
yeah,
got it, Scotty?
you show it because I'm gonna start getting out of here.
All right.
Thanks, Josh.
I'm pulling it up. All right. Ace nine suited. You love that hand.
Yeah, right.
Do you want to three bet it too?
Do you want to do it? It's another ace nine.
You want me to play it? Wait, who was up on the list?
Yeah,
Because I think I just let me
Me.
pull up the you're up, Scotty. You want to play it?
I don't know if I'll play it.
let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I don't know. Mike hasn't gotten a hand.
Okay, just give it to Mike.
I don't mind.
Mike.
I don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, so we raise. Is this live, Josh?
Yeah, it's live. Yeah.
Okay. So whatever your standard raise would be here.
Yeah, normally I do 7, but I've been trying 6. It's
Okay.
just,
Why are you making that adjustment? You feel like you're getting a lot of folds and you can open wider, or is it a
I
what's the
just think,
reasoning?
um, I don't know. I just think you get called by a lot of crap if you open small, and like I don't mind so much. It just means I can open like all the pocket pairs without, and people, if people, I open pocket twos, and people don't free bet that much, but
Do you feel
I
like
don't
you
really
have
want to
like
open.
s- do you feel like you have a really good edge when you're playing live against these people? Like, do you think you're significantly better than them at the game?
Yeah, I did. I've had a rough couple of weeks, but yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
that's
used to
gonna
think
happen though.
that.
You probably are. You're just having a rough set of variants sometimes, and sometimes you're playing bad too. But it's a combination of both. But I was gonna say, like, if that's the case, you're gonna want to just be playing heads up against people in position. Like, you'd rather just be playing against people heads up in position than be playing multi-way with a bunch of bullshit ranges where you're playing bingo instead of crushing people. But
Yeah, I mean, I've
that's
seen one of the Chinese pro guys. He just straight up open races to 12. One
yeah,
two,
he's because
and that's
he
like,
says, I'm better than you guys. I want to play against you heads up because I'm gonna beat you heads up. Like,
but I mean, that's not what that's not what John Little recommends. He recommends the smaller size. But um, even in the Peak GTO and in his books, like when the straddle's on, I just open it to 12 for the $5 straddle. But
what's his reasoning?
I
That
I
they're getting
just
there with
think,
bad ranges, or like, because I think you should
yeah,
want to
you
push
let
your
them in with
edge.
shit. They're more likely to make them like if they're playing like a GTO computer, they'd be really tight, right? But
Yeah.
they're not. They're just so you help them cool with shit, and then also um, you just get to play more hands, right? Uh, I think
Yeah.
you have to tighten up if you raise bigger.
Yeah, which I'm okay with tightening up to play heads up against people because you get to crush them.
Yeah.
But all right, sorry, Mike. I was just curious. You are up and he checks to you.
He checks. All right. I kind of like my hand here for a little C bet. Uh, Definitely defaulting to C bet if I'm kind of torn. So I will bet here, and I'll just go probably like half pot.
He went like 75.
Okay, he went kind of big, like almost pot, and we got called.
Yeah, but I mean that's just two red chips, right? If I have to find the dollar chips, it's just I don't think it makes that much difference. They just call,
No,
not that
and
we actually want them.
I actually think
Yeah,
that's actually probably a good flop for your hand to go for a bigger sizing. Like your
It's probably
cutoff
going to be
versus big
bigger bet.
blind. I think it's fine too. Yeah. In fact, I was saying half pot as sort of a size up compared to like my usual play would be, like a B33 type sizing. So, but I think that's just fine. He checks,
Yep.
and
It's just improved, got more equity for
yeah, we
sure.
did. And one thing I don't want to happen is to get check raised off this equity, but I think it's so good. I mean, it's also not going to happen very often. So I think we have a little bit more impunity to go ahead and keep firing, and we might have to go three streets here, assuming we miss. So I think I'm gonna continue, and I'm gonna go like 20 here.
okay.
I like the big size.
Okay, pot size, yeah. These these seem like kind of standard, like more like lives type sizes.
Yeah, I mean, I just push everything big in live poker, make them
Yeah.
play for more money than they want to. But yeah,
Yeah, and I'm not used to like in my games, like a B75 is a big bet, right? Like the
yeah. Well, that's what's
um
funny is like when we talk about your guys' hands, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go small here and I'm gonna do a B75. Like that's actually pretty big. It's just the live poker that's not that big.
yeah. And then so what happens? He calls, I assume.
Oh, sorry. Calls. All right, you have the nuts. Get into the river. He checks to you.
Oh, that's a great card for us not to continue with actually. So
Beautiful card.
I would absolutely bet here. So sizing. like I want to bet B75, which would be kind of normal sizing for me in the games I play. But hearing you guys in your live games where these are, you kind of tend to like go really big. Um, because I mean, at this card, we're gonna get a jack. I guess what I hear is that they're not folding a jack to a B75, and if that's the case, then you have to go bigger. Um,
You would bluff online a B75 to get Jack to fold here.
oh yeah, versus a good player,
I
yes, versus
I
a
I
decent
would
player.
never. Like I mean, because you're only repping King Jack and Ace King, King Queen,
Oh
and
no,
because this card
really?
technically doesn't change that much. Like it shouldn't be
I have
changing that
way
much.
more nutty hands in this line. I'd have jacks, I'd have tens, I'd have sevens, I'd have jack 10, I'd have king jack, I'd have king 10, I'd have aces, I'd have ace king,
8-9 suited, 8-9 suited.
Yeah,
I'd have
You're
eight
I
and a
mean you
half.
have
I
you
just
do
have
have more
so
hands. It's
much.
true. I just think that in live I go big. I go like I think you can kind of go like weirdly. Don't have to go that big to get people full because like in my head I would be like if I got to here thinking like against most players aren't opening certain hands, I would be like, okay, if he's repping a jack the whole, like if I thought my jack was good on the turn, this king doesn't change that much except for against really king jack, and I was already crushed by everything else. So the king doesn't really affect anything by the river call. But it's, yeah, I don't know.
All right,
Maybe I like to
let's see what
call.
size Josh went. Josh went 170.
Yeah.
Josh said, "I'm getting a fold."
Okay, almost 2x. Yeah, 150-ish.
Yeah, that's getting folds from
Oh,
everything but straights and the king jack two and the
oh, king jack. There it is.
king
Yep.
jack two pair. Yep, there you
Josh,
go.
Yeah,
this is a
he
good play. This is a good play.
Yep.
he just
All right,
got there.
all right.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is one of those spots where they're going to run into where he just happens to have king jack sometimes and you run
if he
into it.
has
It sucks.
queen jack, if he has queen jack or uh, jack nine, or even maybe even ace jack,
Yeah, this works.
I
Uh,
think if he has any of those hands that I just mentioned, do you have to go that big?
I would still go this big.
maybe not 175, but 125.
How much would I bet? How much would you bet to get a call from a jack here, Scotty? Because I would probably bet like 75, 100 to
Yeah,
get a call.
yeah,
Probably 75.
like 65 to 75.
So yeah, I'd probably go 100. Yeah, I think you can go 125 to 150 and save
Yep.
yourself a little bit of money. But I think this is a good line. I think when he doesn't drill, if you get an ace, obviously, well then you have value. But like a lot of the time, like when he has queen jack here, you get to fold
It's the
a
right
lot of the time.
it's the right direction. It's the right magnitude. We quibble about the 25.
Results suck, but
All right,
it's you know.
give me a hand quick, Mike, because I'm up next and I have 1 minute and I want to play a hand. Go, Mike.
Gotcha.
Like you're
Okay,
addicted.
I am.
got to take the share.
You heard that. Oh, I gotta
Oh,
make,
sorry.
is Larry still here? No, Larry bugged out. Okay. And Mike, I'm going to make you the host.
Oh, so
Oh, you
at
got to
two,
bug out
which
too?
is in 20 minutes, I'll have
All
to
right,
step
Brian,
away
you're the
for a
host.
bit and then come back.
That's fine.
I'll be
Brian's
the
the host.
host.
Okay, here we
It's
go.
fine.
All right, let me see a hand with a shot timer.
We see?
Yeah, I'm not almost. I got it. Okay. King, queen. I am going. Let's see. Is it folding to me? Good. All right. Open to 2.5. All right. We get called on the button. We're out of position. Here we go. Ace, queen, check.
Oh, did we see this one? This is what we had yesterday. Scotty, I don't think you saw this.
Okay.
You
Oh, I
weren't
didn't.
here.
Okay. I went, okay. Well, I'll play it then.
Okay, you check,
I
which
check.
natural, but I remember I don't do that here.
All right. Yep.
See
But
that?
I'm right. I can understand that. When he calls, it's less comfortable. Okay. Now we're fucked. I want to check. I want him to check behind. He bets 5. Uh, I could lose 5 more before folding on the river. It's got to go check, check. But I think better is to just fold now. But having not folded, we're going to check again and just hope it goes check, check. He can get us for one big blind here. And ace king. Yeah. Yep. I folded the turn. I don't hate that you lost 5 more big blinds. All right. Bye, everybody.
Okay. All right, cool. Let me change because we saw these hands yesterday, so let me just change up the session.
Sounds good.
And then the list.
Should be me.
Okay,
Hello?
this is a. We're here. Just checking or making sure I get a different session. Just have to pull it up. Okay, I think that's it. Move you out of the way. Here we go. Okay, let's get out of heads up mode or a heads up hand. All right, Brian, this is you said?
Should be me.
Okay.
All right, H Jack on the button. All right. Good. Check, check, check. Oh, what is that? Um, fuck. This sucks. I would be okay with running it with Ace Jack against a short stack, so I'll four bet here.
Or bet.
Um, yeah, I'll four bet to let's go to like 15 because it's basically just going to be a three bet. I would say maybe even go bigger than that. Just do, yeah, let's go like 16 here. Ah,
Yep. Yeah,
or
I
you can
like
go
it.
size that reopens if 30 calls behind. It's another option if he jams and you can get dead money from 30. It's another option. I don't know. I think, yeah, I like that better. What size reopens? If you open here, you're coming back over the top. You need to, if you go to 12, he has how much behind seven? You can go 13 here, and when it'll reopen the action. All right, you gotta go 12, and it'll reopen the action if the short stack jams and 30 calls.
Yep. I chose a different line. Is anybody okay with just flatting? There's reasons against it for sure.
Yeah, it's fine as long as the what is the cutoff? The seven doesn't re-raise. But yeah,
Yeah, that's the big
it's
worry is we do not want him to reopen.
it's so annoying. Someone did that the other day, like under the gun, like did a massive open to like eight big blinds. Sorry, four big blinds. And like I called with the pocket freeze, and then the button like clicked it. Like why? And then he got four bet. It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Now I'm
but
banking on the fact I'm banking on that he's not going to reopen it very often because if I thought this person was super tight, which I don't have any info on him, that his range is too good. I don't like this. I think I just fold or like Josh or like Brian said to four bet and then we're out of there when the other guy reopens again. So we got lucky or not lucky, but we got what we wanted.
you bet. Oh.
Oh, it's my hand. Shit, I forgot. All right, so check to me. This is gonna be a spot where I will slightly deviate and size up with a hand like Ace Jack, and I'm going to say I would normally in this spot be going pretty small here, like six big blinds, and I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to 11 big blinds here.
Okay. 11. I don't know that what I do here. Does anybody else have any opinions on what we should do?
I think you do want to bet, and I think I'd bet like a third pot.
That's fine too. I like a size up just because I think that yep, there we go. We just found out. Um, What does his shit look like? I already don't want to call, but he should have a lot of hands that do this. But is he a good player? I
We
mean,
don't
we don't
know.
know. We don't know anything about him. I'm gonna assume that he is not a good player, and that most of the time this is not a bluff. And I already want to fold, but I feel like I have to call one time. Uh, yeah, I hate it. He should find a lot of bluffs there, but now I'm gonna fold. Fold. I don't care. He's going double in this. Nah, I can call because he's going double. Ugh. What just happened? Uh, what do we think he has here? So what is his range that check raises a flop? He can have two pair plus, he can have sets, he can
You
already
thinking
have
about raising?
flushes, he can have flushes.
What are you
Yeah,
thinking about? Are you gonna raise him?
I'm thinking about it. I feel like it's not terrible because what the fuck does he have here for two big blinds? I don't know, dude. I don't really want to call. Like, what do we beat?
Doesn't make sense.
We beat a weirdly played like King Jack, Queen Jack. We chop with another Ace Jack. He can still have queens. Um, is he gonna fold a set if we raise here? And he sometimes has a flush here. And he's not folding the flush. So if I'm gonna raise, I'm not gonna do it for a whole stack. I'm gonna do it for fuck. There's really only one option: either jam or call. Um, check raise the flop. Bet the turn. He doesn't have. He just doesn't have a flush here most of the time. Jam.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have a flush here most of the time. And when he does, fuck it. It is what it is. He got me to spaz with the two big blind bet on the river. But fuck, I jam.
Does anybody ever just fold now?
I think folding is
Getting
criminal for two big
55 to 1.
I feel like that's so criminal. I love to make folds, but fuck, man, two
And
big
you
blinds and
and Brian, you recognize your jam is only a 50% pot bet, right?
it is. But is he gonna want to call off with on a four to a flush
Yeah.
without flush? Ah, we might have got the fold there. I think we get the fold there.
You think?
I think we do. He's got sets too. Yeah. So I was right when I wanted to fold on the flop. Ugh. I wanted to fold the whole way.
All right.
He should have four bet that, right? Pre-flop, definitely.
Yep. Pre-flop was definitely an option to four bet there, right? We had
When they do
Just
that
get it in
stupid
with the short
size,
stack.
yeah,
Yeah.
for that stupid size, he absolutely should have. And I'm glad we didn't four bet now, because if we four bet, we're in really bad spot. Because we probably get. Well, I would have loved the four bet to the small. Look at the short stack. See what he did. I would love to see what cards he had. If he ever rips it, that would be awesome. And then can we get jacks to fold if we rejam? Yeah, I think that I still kind of like that four bet to the size that we can get the if he calls, we can reopen and jam on him
yeah.
because we might be able to get folds from jacks there.
Hey, I think Josh
Yeah.
then Rodney.
What's this? Oh, yeah, you have to call, right?
You don't have to.
It's like a
You really,
break-even call against the computer, and then like for real, the real players only doing it with value, and then
you're getting odds.
mostly,
I would do it.
Yeah,
but then they're going to stack off badly, right? So
I
yeah,
would look
I
at
would
if
call.
he's a shit player or not, is what I would say is the most important thing. Like, are you a shitty player? Are you going to make 100 big blind mistakes? You don't look like it.
nope, this guy's looking like he's pretty decent.
You can find a fold
Um,
here.
So in position, my philosophy here is if I'm in position, I will call these, but if I'm out of position and get three bet, I fold a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. Flopping a set out of position and then you can't get paid.
Oh, or even better,
Uh,
you get to deal with this flop.
so this is just a call. Yeah, I would just call, I think. I think you can call.
You ever want to fold right now?
Yeah, I do. But like this flop shouldn't interact with him a lot. So it's not like we're gonna spike a free and then lose to a straight. I mean, very often. I mean he could be free betting. Um, no, he's not free betting 5-7, is he? So I think you have to call because now you can hit a five, or you've got four fives and two threes you can hit, and you're not gonna spike the free of clubs and lose to a flush because you've got that. So yeah,
Yeah, fuck.
now he bets 25. So are you getting odds? Not really. Are you? I think GTO would want to call because then it would have some bluffs with if the flush came. I think, but maybe you can just fold. Okay.
Ooh, oof. How about that, buddy? Do you have ace king or not? Do you have king aces or not? Oh, 6-8. What are you calling you off?
I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that is insane. You get to fold there so often. Why did you do that?
Because he's a pretty good player, and I just didn't see him making these bet sizes on this flop in this configuration. So I don't know. I just kind of just smelled bullshit. That's all.
I mean, you were right, but it's like I was saying this it's the sizing that you were like the 15 to 25. Like that's what I think
Yeah.
what was weird, which put me in the call bucket, which would have been like, oh, I can't even beat a bluff. Whenever I got to the river, I would have been really upset when I realized that he was bluffing and I couldn't even beat it.
Yeah. So that's another punt for the punt column.
I think that was, I mean, you made the
That's
right read. He called though, which is insane. But he said you have enough club draws,
Did he
I
make the?
guess.
If I showed him my, well, I guess I can't show him my hand. If he had a range, so what is he? I'm just curious what odds he had.
He has
He,
two outs to a six and three outs to
so
an eight.
23%.
Assuming you don't have your worst hand you have here is King X, but you shouldn't have a ton of King X here. Well, in this spot, you are going to get paid off when you hit a set.
Yeah.
So
I was
definitely call his three bets with your pairs.
definitely banking on him over folding, but this was not the case.
Yeah, I think we might have made some assumptions. You only have 20 hands and his stats look good, but I mean, I guess, it's going to be pretty quick. He probably is solid.
Rodney,
All right. Ace five suited. Yeah, we'll raise this 2.5. Yeah. 3 bids. And fold around to us. I think this is a place where we can just call. I don't know that we need to four bet. I think we can, but I think just calling is fine.
I know what I do because I know this. I don't know this hand. I just know this ace five suited hand. I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Um, we got called.
Out of position here, I think we just check. Mm, It's, yeah, I just call. Or raise.
Right, Rodney, we're like I'm like giving you lines that definitely are in the punt category. Whether this is good or not, I don't know. What I do know is that my range here consists of all of my big overpairs when
Oh
I do
my.
this.
So
So
I guess maybe are we trying to get him to fold here?
yes, we want him to
Okay.
fold his hands that he called our three bet with, which is going to be all of his pairs under queens and less, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
When we get called, we have outs. We have five outs to get to where we need to be. But yeah, it's aggressive.
Okay. Well, maybe he'll just fold.
He did.
Oh,
It was- Now, do we
but
do we
yeah,
fold now?
I mean, you could.
What's he saying? He's got a four. Come
You
on.
you
Yeah.
legitimately can't fold now.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
can't.
at this
You are
point, yeah,
now getting odds to
you're
draw.
like cut.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
Yeah, you
mean,
can't.
it's 6-1, yeah, you might as well call at this point. See how it runs out. Oh my gosh.
I was a little surprised at his rejam, to be honest.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
I,
Jesus.
I don't fault him for obviously not folding, but the rejam seems like a mistake on his part because
Yeah.
if I'm bluffing with nothing, I can fold.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess it's an interesting line there, Mike. I
Well,
thought
let's
I
see.
was a maniac.
Well, okay, now if you think about it, and I'm going to try to justify it, and it may not be justifiable, but I'm always four betting here with ace five suited, and he calls. If I have aces, if I have kings, maybe even queens,
Okay, so now we check,
and I will either check or bet tiny here.
and he bets, right? Oh, did you check or bet? You
I
checked.
check, yep,
He
I
he
check, and he
bets,
bets.
and now
If I
you
have,
raise.
yep, if I have aces, kings, queens, I am check raising.
Oh, gee, this is like, yeah, you're check raising. That's what's tough about this is like, oh God.
I think he
Uh,
just didn't feel like 4 or 5 was in your range.
Yeah, it doesn't have
And,
to be though.
he's
and
talking about like he said aces, kings, and queens is kind of more of what he's representing than fives or four
yeah,
accent.
I'm talking about, the villain.
Yeah,
I think he just said 4s and 5s aren't in your range. I've got
he's
jacks. I'm just gonna shove it all in and see what happens.
yeah, this is interesting. I don't um I mean this is part of the problem with like my range against your range is that his range is probably supposed to be folding jacks at a decent clip here, and it's not. So it's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
fuck, that's not great. Like that's not exactly if they're not folding the hands that they're supposed to be folding, then it doesn't make as much sense to run that, you know?
Yep.
Like how often
And
do we think jacks are supposed to fold here? Can you run it? Mike, do you have
uh I do. I'm thinking the bigger mistake is not c betting the flop. Because I think if we run this, I think in theory it's basically going to be bet c betting like
it's
maybe
gonna see
range.
bet a shitload
I think
Maybe
because
100%.
he shouldn't connect. His four betting
I
range should
think
have
in
his four
peak,
bet calling range should have almost nothing here except for weaker overpairs than yours.
yeah, and I think in peak, you really just he would have just called his jacks to the 4 bet. Oh, that's what he did do, wasn't it? Pre-flop.
He did. Yep.
Yeah, he just called.
Uh okay.
I would love to node lock this
Man,
and
that
see
was
how its response would be when like if we adjusted everything.
Hey, I hear
Yeah,
that
I can
term
do that.
good bet node lock. What does that actually mean?
It's basically you are able to adjust the outputs of the solver. So like the solver is going to be balanced, but you can adjust it to the pool that you're playing against. So like let's say solver is going to have an equal amount of bluffs and value when they're check raising, but pool has far too much value and no bluffs. It then releases a balanced way to react to their value, their check raising range that has way too much value in it, is what it is.
Hmm.
So like if we run it, which we could probably do that while you're doing your call and stuff, Mike, we can do
But Pete doesn't have the
well,
ability to node lock, does it?
I don't think so. I don't have a solver at the moment. I just mooch off of you guys when I have a question.
Yeah, I'm not. It's I'm getting issues loading Wiz, so I can't seem to do
I'll
it.
do
Here,
it if you want.
yeah, Josh, you want to do it and you can read off your hand to him, or you can take the screen then, Josh,
You
and then we
see?
can node lock it. When do you have to be on a call, Mike?
Right now, pretty much.
Okay. So you want to, what was the hand? It was
Yeah,
five,
low
four,
jack.
four,
Yeah, it was low jack, hijack,
I'm gonna step away for a
and
second. I'll be right back.
454 rainbow.
4, 5, 4
100 big
rainbow.
blinds, yeah.
Yes, 100 being blinds.
4, 5.
Hijack, you called. Or what? No.
Yeah, so low jack raise, hijack 3 bet to 8, low jack 4 bet to 21, hijack call.
Okay. So
What was your combo? Ace five of diamonds
Diamonds. And there was a diamond, 4 of diamonds in there.
and a four of diamonds and rainbow, and then it was 10, 10 to run out, which doesn't really matter quite as much.
what
But
was it? 4, 4, 4, 5 rainbow?
Yes.
yep, let's run it regular and then we
So
can node lock it. Are you on a node lock right now, or is this regular? You're good. Yeah, this is
it's node
regular.
locked. It's
Okay,
node
so
locked.
you check your ace. He checks then. He bets 25 into whatever, which is pretty close to the size that he used. He used like 12. So bet the 25. And then you raised to larger than 26, which it's gonna do some portion. Do the 25% raise here. Jacks call at full frequency and raise some. So now do a raise from the jacks to 79, even though this isn't exactly what happened. Well, it's not supposed to fold jacks at any frequency, so then I guess it's not terrible because he didn't play it poorly. He's not supposed to fold jacks. Huh. Well, it is deeper than this too. This is not the same as what we were. How deep were we, Mike? Oh, Mike's on mute.
Yeah, with 100 big blinds deep.
Oh, it's 100. Okay, 100. Huh. Yeah, I'm
Oh yeah,
surprised it doesn't have jacks
all
folding
this
at some
stuff.
frequency.
Yeah.
Raises, it's a razor fold. It says you either have aces, kings, or queens, or you have nothing, and I call or raise. Interesting. Um, it's all different though because now no lock here and go low jack. Go to the low jack raise on the that one, yeah. Click on that and then no lock that and make it so that give it the size that he used. He sized up to 48 big blinds or something like that. Yep, there we go. Now do that. Okay. So now raise to 48. Yep, jacks still just do a full frequency. Nines fold, eights fold. Why is that? If it's calling with jacks, it doesn't make, I guess because you still have more tens than jacks, so it makes more sense. He still has more tens than jacks, so you gotta fold your nines and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm surprised it doesn't have some folds from jacks. I would expect jacks to fold, that solver would have had some folds from jacks, but it has none. Huh.
Yeah, you are just getting it
Interesting.
in with the S5. Yeah.
Yeah, and you just get it in. So technically, this is approved by Solver, but I don't know. I wonder how it reacts with pool, how everything is with player pool. Because 100 right now are better players, but how good are they really? Um, Interesting. So have you been playing a lot of live recently, Josh? Or just only on like
Yeah,
the
I've been
weekend?
playing live. Yeah,
You
just
play
the
online?
weekends, and I've been playing in the afternoons and evenings as like
Okay.
4 days a week, 5 days a week.
How far are you from the room?
25-minute walk.
Oh, you walk there.
So
That's not bad at all.
yeah,
Is it sketchy at all to walk there? I mean, I don't know how much cash you bring with you, but
I've
like,
stopped carrying lots of cash. I just leave it on deposit. I used to carry a lot of cash and I had like a hidden pocket in my trousers. But at night time, there's some sketchy people hanging out
yeah,
in
I
those
wouldn't
streets,
want
and
to. I
yeah, I've
saw there
seen
was
a
a.
couple.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people get their phones snatched, and also there's always guys trying to sell, drugs or strippers and stuff like that. And then if you, they can get quite rude and aggressive as well, and like
Oh yeah,
it's just not good to have a lot of cash.
yeah. The
Where is that?
I,
London.
Oh,
oh yeah, London is having issues with that stuff right now, aren't they? I forgot about that. Um,
Yeah,
where
it's not too bad. I mean, if you just, yeah, go on.
I play in like my place is like a shopping center, so like it's not sketchy really. It's not in a city. The reason the games are so good in my area is because I live in an area like I moved here from an area that's all right a while ago, and now I live in an area in Florida where like people just have so much money and they just don't give a shit. So like it's just a bunch of older people that are like completely loaded. So the games are super easy because they don't give a shit if they lose 2 grand in a night. It's not a big deal
Fantastic.
for
Yeah,
them. Yeah, it's
that's
great.
exactly what you want.
But yeah, I go to
Old people are the best. Like they got loads of money and they're not studying computers and all that shit.
yeah, they're not bluffing you. They're very easy to bluff. So games where people are too tight and fold too much are the games where I'm most profitable. Like last night I got like basically last night was a good night. Like I ran pretty solid and got like every bluff. I mean, I had like 3 value hands the whole night and I made, 700 or something just based off of bluffing people. So you can't complain.
Fantastic.
It's always good when that happens. But the yeah, the games are so good, but it's like I mean, I see guys that are leaving there. Like there's a couple of guys that play a private game. They do a 25, 50 private game a couple nights a week. And there will be like 500 grand on the table. And I see guys, they don't do player banks at the room I play at. It's just a poker room. It's not a casino. So there's guys walking in and out of there with like, 70 grand in their backpack. And I'm like, oh shit. Like I hope to play at these large stakes someday. I got to figure out a way to not be carrying 70 grand in my backpack around. I don't want to be doing
crazy.
that. Yeah, it's crazy what's going on. There's
Those private games, they sound. People are always trying to recommend a private game. They sound sketchy as hell. Like the rake is really high,
it's
and
a private
you
game
can
at
get
a poker room.
right.
So like they're using the dealers from the poker room that I play at. That's good. And then so it's just a private room within the poker room and they'll run a bigger game because the room won't run these big games because they can't get the game to fill up. So they have to have somebody that hosts the game to get all the people together that are gonna play in that large of a game. So it's pretty legit. They just do an hourly structure there. So it is more expensive, but like when it comes down to it, if you're playing 25-50, it's definitely worth it to play in a game. Like if you can afford to play those games and you have an edge, like you should definitely the rake is I believe they do like $80 an hour, which is a lot, but that's across everybody on the table. So everybody on the table pays $10 an hour for them to
Oh,
run
that's
the game.
fantastic. You know what I'm paying now? I'm paying $12 cap, 5%.
That's great. I played mine's an
I
$8
won
cap and I
two.
hate it. Yeah. That's why you got to move up. Have you ever done the math on how many big blinds they take in 100 hands? It's crazy. So at my game,
No,
eight big, they do We do 25 hands an hour. It usually hits the cap on every hand, on most hands. It hits the cap. So they're taking that's that's 400 big blinds per 100 hands. It's
Yeah.
insane.
What's
It's crazy.
yeah, it's insane.
It's a lot. So as you move up, like that's why Bart Hansen always talks about the race to the $5 blind level and trying to so that the rake doesn't affect you as much. And I'm trying to get the hell out of 1-2 really fast. Like I should hopefully be moving up very shortly to the 1-3 game and
Yeah,
then
I've played
2-5
some
game.
2-5, and I do you do win. It like doubles your win rate,
Yeah.
or your. It's
My
just,
my
and the
biggest
people. I
concern,
always thought the people. Oh, they must be so much better. They're not.
no, they're
They're
terrible.
limping. They're terrible. Yeah, it's
Yeah, there's a
it's
couple of good
fine.
players usually. Like usually you run into
The,
like one or two good players and everybody else at the table is just a fish. And a fish that has more money than the 1-2 fish. It's
yeah,
kind of what it is. It's crazy. I mean, that was my thing. Like I shot took 1-3 one time and I gave people so much respect. And then now the games have been so packed recently for the 2-5 because they're doing like a bunch of different mixed games and stuff right now. And all the fish want to play the round of each game, which is just they do a round of Hold'em and then a round of double board PLO bomb pots. And that's what they play. And all the
oh, a
fish
whole
want
round of that. Like one bomb
yes.
pot is okay, but a whole round
Yeah.
is ridiculous. Yeah.
8 in a row, then 8 Hold'em, eight bomb pots, eight Hold'em hands, 8 bomb pots, and the fish
No,
died.
they take so long as well.
I know
So slow.
I don't want to play that game, but it might be super profitable to play it because everybody that plays it is really bad. But so the games have been gotten super packed, and all of those guys are having to play 1-2 while they wait for the game to open. And I've been playing with them. It's all these guys I was giving respect to because I was like, oh, they're playing bigger stakes than me. They might be good players, blah, blah, blah. And now I've played with them like a lot of hours, and I'm like, oh, these guys suck. Like these guys are just as bad as everybody else at the 1-2 table. I just was thought they were better because they play for more money than I play for. And it's like, yeah, they just have
Yeah.
more money than me. So like that doesn't mean they're good. It's not a core. It's not a
That's right. There's
causation.
these people. I mean, every time I worry that like people are too better than me or something, just go walk around the roulette tables and just watch. Like people just love gambling, like
Yeah.
recklessly, and they don't give a fuck about money. This, it's never gonna
Yeah.
die.
It's a that's what I remember people were talking about being a live poker. Like I'm trying to become a professional poker player. So like I'm slowly working my way up. And people are like, "Oh, it's dead. You can't. These games are like people are getting too good." I'm like, "Well, yeah, maybe if you're playing in Vegas on the reg table at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like, yeah, that game's not going to be super profitable. But like, there are so many good games. Like, I watch these people that come in from my to my game. Like, if you moved in, it's insane. You should live in Florida if you want to play professionally because I have seen like." I have been playing across like I don't know how many hours I have now. How many hours do I have? At 1-2, it's obviously not but I'm playing with the same people that play 2-5 and all that shit. Like they come and play with me. I see how they play. They're not good. But Poker Tracker, I've played how many hours in 1-2 and I've run into what I would describe like 3 or 4 solid players. And it's a
Yeah,
lot of hours. It's how many hours is this? Let me look. Uh, whole bankroll overview, hours at 1-2. I've played 563 hours at 1-2, and I've identified like, what did I say? Maybe 3 or 4 solid players at 1-2, and these guys are the guys that also played 2-5 and stuff like that. It's the game's not dead. These people, there's plenty of
yeah.
bad players.
How many hours do you play for? Because I think the mistake I've been making is I've been playing for like 10, 12, or like 14 hours straight, and like I tell you, at the end of that, my win rate, is like I'm probably going from being profitable to unprofitable at the end, and that's also at the point when you've like amassed a really big stack, and then now you're playing deep stacks and you're tired. So I've been trying to like
I,
cut the sessions off at like 7 or 8 hours,
what are
and I think
your
that's
like? What do you want to? It depends what you're trying to do. I mean, I play usually 8 hours at a time. So
Yeah.
I usually play from 4 o'clock till 12 o'clock at night. And that is what I've noticed to be like, all right, I play good. When I first started playing live, I would play 4 to 5 hours at a time because I felt like after that I wasn't playing great, and I wasn't as focused as I needed to be, and I slowly got better and better and better at paying attention to that and getting and being able to do that and play for longer periods of time. And then yeah, so I mean it's up to you. If you can play, if you think that you start to play poorly at the 8 hour mark, then just set a timer for yourself at 8 hours. It's always like, all right, I got here at this time today, so at this time I leave. Up or down, doesn't matter. I'm out.
Yeah.
That's what I
What
do.
Yeah.
hours does your poker room run for? I mean, what
Uh,
times?
mine don't, mine's not open 24 hours. Mine's open until 2 o'clock on weeknights and then 3 o'clock on weekends, 3 a.m. So it opens early in the morning and then ends at night at 2 a.m. I used to play six to close, and I felt like it wasn't good for my health. So like just because I was the hours like I wouldn't fall asleep till like 4 a.m. then, and that would be
Yeah,
like
that's
every
what I
day.
get. And then if you don't sleep, I mean, that does you no good at all, right?
Yeah, and then you got
So
light coming in your
you
room. As soon as you fall asleep, the light's already like the sun's already coming up and starting to wake you up, and you're not getting good sleep. And then you're waking up at, I was waking up just in time to get to this meeting. But on days where I didn't have this meeting, I was waking up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then you just kind of feel shitty, and it's like it's not. So I decided that I can do like 4 to 12, and I'm still there for the good hours of when like people are punting off their stacks, because the early game's so boring. It's just a bunch of old guys trying to hit high hand jackpots. Like that's all they're doing.
yeah.
It's profitable, but it's so boring. I don't want to play it. But the the late night games, the later the game gets, the better the game gets. So the later it gets at night, the better the game gets usually. So I switched it and I said, all right, I want to be for the late game, but I don't want to be closing out every night. So I'm going to play 4 to 12, and that'll be my hours for playing poker. And that's pretty much what I do now. Is just play 4 to 12, and I catch the beginning of the punt cycle around like 11 or around like 10:30, and then I usually rack up and get out of there around 12 and get home at 12:30, eat dinner and go to bed, and wake up and do it again the next day.
Yeah, nice.
But
Nice.
yeah, I don't know. If you think that you start to punt after after like just whenever your point is that you say, all right, I don't play as well after this point, that's when you should leave then. It's not, you're not playing professionally, right? Like you're just you have a job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
Uh,
have a job and everything, then like don't there's no need to like push crazy hours. Like sometimes I have gone and pushed crazy hours when I probably shouldn't be playing anymore because I'm in a downswing and I need to play more hours to get out of it. So it's like I've had times where I'm like, okay, well, I'm in a shit swing right now. I'm gonna have to play 70 hours this week. Like, and I'm gonna try and play 70 hours next week too. And then hopefully I'm out of the swing and I can back off a little bit and relax a little bit more. And then sometimes you get in the swing again and you're like, all right, well, the only way they always say is the only way to cure variance is to put in more volume. So play more
yeah.
hands, play more poker. That's what I do when I get into bad swings, is just play a shitload more poker.
Yeah. Do you have a study schedule? Like, do you study like an hour before you play or something? Like, I think that would be good to do.
I mostly do my studying within the group. I the reason I don't really do solver work because I think that it's somewhat pointless for live poker. It's not entirely pointless, but like a lot of the adjustments I make are just based off of the way people play. So I don't really need a solver to tell me like I know how to exploitatively change what I'm doing if I'm in this situation. So like sometimes it'll be like I usually what my studying is bringing hands here and saying, okay, well, we're in this spot and we think he's going to do this, this, and this. So how do we want to react? Like sometimes I'll talk to Scotty too. Scotty's a good resource. He's been playing the game for a while and knows really well how the game works. And he knows that like good ways to exploitatively change what you're doing to be more profitable against a certain play style of like Okay, like in that spot where I had ace nine suited and I three bet, that's a I will stand by that all day because I know his range is too wide and I know I'm a better player than him. So I want to get to the flop. I want to get to the flop against him with basically any half decent cards because he's still going to get there with shitty cards. And then I'm just want to be playing heads up in position against him because I'm going to rip him apart. So it's like, that's I think I find it to be those are the adjustments I make is and then like the only and then like say if the table's all playing too tight and everyone's folding too much, you get to open wider. It's just like basic shit like that. So like I don't find a need to like spend tons of hours looking at a solver or whatever. And it's like, okay, what really matters is my thought process about how I thought about this hand, and is there a better thought process here to have, or how can I improve the way I'm thinking, and say like I in this spot I need to be thinking about these things too. Or it's like, oh, I discounted this part of his range when this is a pattern I'm starting to see that they have these types of hands as well. So
Hey, I have a
like
question.
yeah.
Does this study group, is there like a group chat or
Yeah,
something that I could send, like, say in between study sessions, if I just wanted, everybody to take a look at a hand that I may have just played rather than
Yeah, there
waiting.
is, Rodney, on Discord. You have
Are
to.
That's
you
what I was wondering
I
on Discord, if there's a group chat
I'm gonna
for
add
this.
you. I didn't realize you weren't in it. You must have not been here whenever we were adding everybody. What is your Discord name?